Hey guys, my name is Jason. I am the founder of Distress Loan Advisors. I've been helping people settle SBA loans since 2009. Today, I want to talk about starting a movement with regard to EIDL. Here's the issue that I have. Since 2009, I have helped, I don't know, I lost count, call it more than 100 people settle SBA loans. And we do that through a process called offer in compromise. And so the idea behind the offer in compromise is if your business closes and you personally guaranteed the debt and you can't pay it back, the SBA will consider accepting something less than the full balance in exchange for releasing you from your guarantee. So it's not blanket forgiveness. It's your opportunity to make a business case to them why it makes sense for the SBA to accept something less than the full balance. So, with offer in compromise, here's what it means it's not blanket forgiveness for everybody. You have to prove to them that the amount you owe cannot be paid back over a reasonable period of time. So, if I owe $1 million and I was working in the business and I put everything I had into the business, and my family is willing to lend me $100,000 to settle it, I could submit that as an offer in compromise. And historically, the SBA, if you don't have any assets and you don't have any income and family is willing to lend you money, the SBA has typically been pretty good about approving stuff like that. Now, here's my complaint. EIDL currently, as of March 16th, 2023, does not have an offer in compromise program in place for EIDL. The big question is why? Why is every other SBA loan type eligible? And that includes disaster loans, because I'm sure there's people that are going to say, well, SBA 7A loans technically are loans from a lender and the SBA just guarantees them. Fine, I get that. But you know what? The SBA has been granting disaster loans for a really long time. And I can tell you, because I've actually submitted them for clients, the SBA has considered offer in compromise for disaster loans in the past. So if an EIDL loan, an economic injury disaster loan, is a disaster loan, the SBA needs to explain to us why they are not willing to consider offer in compromise right now. Now, I did see an interview with a director from the SBA. I followed up with an email. He didn't respond. But my question was, hey, if other SBA loans, including disaster loans, are eligible, why is it that you're saying, well, the SBA requires statutory approval and Congress has to change the law? I'm not saying I know everything. I would love to hear an explanation. How is it that all these other programs can have offer in compromise, but this one in particular needs Congress or a law changed or whatever they said? Anyway, it's very frustrating to me, and I know it's very frustrating to you guys, the borrowers, because I'm doing like 10 consultations a week just on EIDL loans, and people are just floored at the idea that the SBA gave them what was supposedly this lifeline, right? This money that was going to keep you in business through the pandemic, yet they're not willing to negotiate settlements when things don't work out. I mean, out of all the loans that exist, this is the one that should be settled. This is the one where the SBA should have a little bit of empathy or compassion or even business sense, because I'm getting people who owe $500,000 or $1 million and they say, I will never be able to pay this. And they say, what are my options? And I say, right now, you could apply for the deferment, which is essentially just kicking the can down the road. I mean, nothing's going to change in 6 months. So people are frustrated, and understandably so. So here's what I'm proposing. I'm going to go on Twitter and I'm going to start a hashtag, and I'm going to put the hashtag in the notes. I'm going to put it on the little banner that you see when you first come to this, and it's going to be, here it is. Here's the hashtag I want to start trending on Twitter. Hashtag OIC, the number 4, EIDL. So OIC for offer in compromise, the number 4, and then EIDL, like EIDL loan. So hashtag OIC for EIDL. And what I want everyone to do is tweet at the SBA, so you can find them, but they're basically at SBA Gov. And I want everyone to tweet at them, why are EIDL loans not eligible for OIC when every other type of loan is? Because honestly, if anyone deserves it, why would you not give it to people who basically needed this lifeline because otherwise they were going to go out of business? Why are those people being put in a harder position than anyone else who takes a loan? Anyone who takes a regular SBA 7A loan, it's an option for them, and they started the business whenever they wanted, when times were good. Meanwhile, people who took these EIDL loans basically had no choice, took the money, and now they have no choice in terms of what they can do if they can't pay it back. Why are we forcing people into bankruptcy? Why are we sending these things to Treasury where they'll never settle? Why is the SBA not willing to make a reasonable business decision? And I'm not saying forgive all of them. I'm saying forgive people who clearly can't repay them. All right? So go on Twitter, hashtag OIC, the number 4, EIDL. Tell everyone you know, your friends, your family. I want the SBA to be inundated with tweets from people asking about this. And the hope would be that it starts trending on Twitter, it picks up some attention, and start putting some pressure on people. Because I don't know what else is going to happen. If all they're going to do is kick the can down the road and do deferments, I don't see how that helps anybody in the long term. So that's it. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, like, blah, blah, blah. I'll see you soon.